Hello everyone, I am back with Oracle of Ages. It has taken every fiber of my being to play anything other than Baldur's Gate 3. And here we are. Honestly, it's a testament to how good this game is. I really wanted to continue this playthrough, and I figured I'd do so today. Give me 1 second. Just lowering the volume a bit for me. So yeah, we're back. I mentioned last time how I want to do like doodles for the presentation here. I don't love this sort of like gray sidebars, so expect that maybe in the next one. But I also didn't want to prolong the adventure just for aesthetic reasons. So I think last time we played the tree who has a crush on us, which is very Baldur's Gate 3 now that I think about it. They told us to go west. That's what we're gonna do. Happy to be here. Actually, how do we check the map again? Yeah, let me, I have to, I have to relearn some of the controls. Okay, so we're in the, like, notably haunted area. And I think if we go back to the town, we can kind of reorient ourselves a bit. I also think we should probably go to the ring shop, right? Because we have some rings that need to be identified. Sorry, I'm readjusting my headphones. Okay, now I can hear. Now I can travel west. It's all coming together. But yeah, since our last adventure here, Baldur's Gate 3 is out, and it's pretty good. You might not have heard of that, or heard that opinion yet. It's a pretty good game. I forgot we have the power bracelet, very cool. I'm actually wondering if there's anything on the world map that we can now lift. Wait a minute, is that Tingle? I was not aware Tingle was in this game. This changes everything. Forget Baldur's Gate. He's just here. Yeah. Unannounced Tingle. I guess we need an item to reach him. Alright, how do we... What is this mess in which we have found ourselves? There we go. Also, yeah, what era are we in? I think we're in the present. Yeah, okay, that's how we tell if they mention it's a city or a village. I love this song. Honestly, I think we're due for a shield. Kick it off with a nice purchase. Yeah. Let's equip that. Classic combo. Sword and shield. Alright. Actually, I'm wondering if we needed to head west via the graveyard somehow. Oh, wait a minute. Where's the ring shop again? There's so much! There it is. Hello. You started playing Oracle of Seasons. It's awesome, right? Yeah, I guess. The power ring, level 1. Oh, so there's like some RPG stuff going on with the ring system. I don't know if we have enough, yeah. Sorry. Forgive me. I don't have money. I don't want anything. How do I get out of here? I know. You needed to rub it in for me to leave the menu? Jesus. Okay, wait a minute. How do we navigate the The pause menu is a little confusing. There we go. Graveyard key. Magic ring. We haven't appraised that one yet. A friendship ring. Where's the ring we just got? Is it this? No, we haven't appraised that yet. Okay. Alright, I might... Okay, I gotta relearn a lot here. Help me out, man. Okay. List. That might be it. Oh, okay, so we actually have to, like... Interesting. We have to, like, go to him to change the ring we have equipped. That's a little annoying, but whatever. Okay. Ah, okay, so now we can cross here because we have the power bracelet. Look at that. Symmetry City. I mean, I gotta know. Also, there's still construction going on outside. Is this the Happy Mask Salesman? Are those masks or skulls in the background? Okay, I'll say it. The vibes are rancid here. Why don't we go to Symmetry City? Was this Symmetry City? I don't think so. More like Hungry City. Ooh, what's this theme? This theme has, like, con man energy. Who are we about to meet? That looks like the second temple. Okay, I'm guessing the next item is probably the rock feather, right? Oh. That's a little ominous. You just can't go on. Alright. Are they really telling me where they're hiding? It's more of a memory thing, I guess. Oh, jeez. I really hope I'm not timed. I don't think any of them are here. One is definitely here. Yep. This reminds me a lot of the bomber kids in Majora's Mask. Oh, is one of them here? No. One of them's definitely in a rock, for sure. just there, right? Oh my god. Do they keep Oh my god. Wait, they keep changing? Oh, jeez. This sucks. So it's just Lost Woods logic. Give me a chance. You're the one who's randomizing the map here. Man, they really are really rubbing it in with this music. Okay, no one is there. Oh no. The last one is the... Oh my god. It's the same screen. Oh man. I guess maybe to the left, right? I gotta say, this is like kinda silly. Like, it's one thing to maybe memorize where they are, but it's like randomize. It seems random at least. Maybe it's not, but this is brutal. I love this game, but this is Capcom. Why did you do it? Why did you add this part of it? I'm like one of the biggest Oracle defenders, and this is a lot. Like, Baldur's Gate 3 is out. I could be playing that right now. And you're making me... That one really stung. Oh my god. My stomach just growled too. It just went... What is happening to me? I really do feel changed as a person. Sort of after this experience. Alright, is one of them here? No, right? Okay. This is... none of them are here. We already found the one that's here. Is there one in, like, the grass here? I really don't remember the, Chad, if you have any idea, let me know. I will welcome any advice in this case. Yeah, cool. Are any just, like, here? That could be interesting. I could do my taxes like a year early. That might be like... That might be more fun than this section. I still love this game, to be clear. I accept moments like this. I love Final Fantasy XII. This is definitely the I'm Captain Bosch moment. You know? No, I am not going. I have 2 of the 3. We'll find them. I can try and have revelations with a bear. What if I just kept shuffling? Oh, wait a minute. I don't remember this area. I'm just gonna, like, interact with everything. No, I don't quit. I'm trying my best. You're really rubbing it in, game. Alright, is one of them, like, in... This is maybe... Maybe they're just, like, in the grass somewhere. Do you quit? No. I've come way too far. Is this how the game ends? It's one of those up to you endings. Oh my god. Well, that's not changing. Interesting. Oh wait, I think that's it. I think it's this one. Yep. Oh god. Yeah, I'm pretty good. Thank you. Appreciate it. No. I gotta draw the line somewhere. That was fun while it lasted, but it's a one-time thing. I'm sorry. And you're not gonna change the music? Oh my god. Get me out of here. Get me out of this place. How's everyone doing today? Thank you for joining me again in this adventure. Okay. Oh, okay, so I think we have to get to that temple, right? But now we like actually can. Oh, what's your story? Wait a minute. Save. We can't interact with them anymore. Damn. I've been better. In Nehru's house. No! Not again! Alright, where is Nehru's house? I'm guessing in the town somewhere. Let's just go there so we can hear a different song, perhaps. Oh my god, thank you. I've never been happier to hear this song. Okay. I guess try going. I don't think we've been to like this part of town. But we have in the past. This is, I think, where all the people building the tower were. Interesting. Is this Neighbor's house? I love this song in the house. The top breeder in town. My dog is much cuter than that dog. I wonder if we can get a mask for it or something. Whoops. Adopt, don't shop. Absolutely. Know-it-all bird's hut. Oh, we talked to them already. I'm also wondering if she might live, like, on the outskirts of town. A like. I've seen them too. Actually, I have to get back into Tears of the Kingdom. I've like weirdly that game like consumed me, and then I got pulled in like 8 different directions. I'm still pretty early on. I haven't done 2 of the 4 main temples. Oh, of course, in that game, when you're early on, you still have like 50 hours at least. Maku Path. And that leads to the tree. You think Nehru lives in the tree? I know Faeror lives in the tree. We can try. I mean, maybe we'll be pointed in the right direction. Hello. Nehru's house that can help you. I'd have a sip of coffee. That song actually gave me a bit of a headache. Fitting for the Feywilds, you know? Yeah, Faeror lives here. Or she has a store here, I should say. Secrets. Good to know there's a great fairy here. East of the tree screen. Thanks for your guidance. Oh, you mean like here? Oh yeah, I think this is her house right here. All the animals miss her. There we go. She lives in a tree, not the tree. Could there be a hidden room? I think there might be. Haha. Very cool. Oh, it's the harp that's on the cover of the game. The Harp of Ages. Is this like our ocarina? It's her. I am Nehru, Oracle of Ages. You are holding an instrument called the Harp of Ages. I do not know you, but I think we met when the game began. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, there's like a strange doppelganger of her, I think. Thank you. That's awesome. I love this animation. It's the Echo Tune. Very cool. Definitely gonna equip that. I was wondering if there was gonna be an item that let me travel through time. Because in Oracle of Seasons, you get a wand pretty early on. And that lets you change the season. That's what I was thinking. Hell yes. Okay, so... Oh, it's interesting that the map unlocks differently in each era. What's this? Ooh. Oh, I see what you're doing there. That's fun. Yeah, I love when themes are kind of... They show up over the course of the game in different ways. It's very effective. Wow. Yeah, and this is just the Zelda theme. So I wonder if this is technically... I actually don't know where the Oracle games fall on the Zelda timeline. Not that it really matters, but... I think they are, like, in the Hero Lost branch. After, like, Zelda 1 and 2, if I remember correctly. If they make me do another Feywild maze... Ooh, interesting. This looks like the temple, right? Are we about to get bombs? Or could I throw a rock at the door? Probably not. I probably need bombs. There's a lot of people just out and about. Magical seeds and an owl statue. This is after Link to the Past, before Link's Awakening. That's interesting. That timeline feels like the most retconned of all of them. Like, it is interesting, but it's like... There's no way when they made the first Zelda, they were like, this is the Link Lost timeline. I do love it, though. Okay. Like, I do think the Zelda timeline feels a little bit... Ooh, excuse me. It feels a little bit like, it makes... Oh, God. It makes more sense with Wind Waker and some other games that, like, more directly call out past entries. But with a lot of the earlier ones, it's sort of like, they weren't really thinking about it that much. That's nice. You found 30 rubies. That's nice. Uh-oh. These guys, I remember them. Alright, enough of you. Oh, God. Bye-bye. Was there anything else down here? Oh no, they respawn. I really would love some hearts. Oh, hello. Mystery seeds. Are these the secrets that Feyror talked about? Do not forget to feed me mystery seeds. You want more? Is that it? Okay. Thank you for that. Let's try one more. I feel like that's a little weird. Alright, one more. Okay, that's all you're getting. That's all you're getting, my friend. Normally I don't really care about people filling in gaps between games or whatever, but for some reason the Zelda timeline is offensive to me. I can see that. I mean, again, I think it's like... I think it makes sense for, like, Twilight Princess and... Oh my god, wait, I really don't want to die here. Wait, let's save as well. Thank you. Stop that beeping, you know? Oh, no. I don't want... I just don't want... I don't care if I die, I just don't want to hear the beeping anymore. No! Oh my god. Eat shit. Thank you. Thank you. Ew. Dead end. Oh my god. Not again! Please drop a heart. Please. Thank you. Nice. Tense. It's tense down here. And that lower one led to the owl, right? So... Oh. Oh, nice. Not bad, kid. I'm a little scared. This rules. Oh, hell yeah. My friends call me Steve, but you know. Is she gonna give me bombs? That'd be very funny. I don't know why that's funny to me, but it's just it's a weird gift to get from a queen. My palace is very large. You will not be able to find the way out alone. Let's go, kid. I love the ominous music stopping. Uh-oh. Evil Nehru. Anyhow. Oh. So they can also travel in time. A day that never ends. People will never sleep and work. Oh my god. That's terrifying. Late stage capitalism in the past. I mean, I feel like if you went down history as the queen that abolished sleep, I don't know if that would really be considered great, but you know, depends how you define it. Give me an endless day so that people can work without stopping their rest. That's really, I don't know, that's really terrifying, especially right now. Like, there's a non-zero chance Jeff Bezos has asked someone to make an endless day at this point. Thank you. But yeah, I agree about this all the timeline. I think, you know, in Twilight Princess and in Wind Waker, I think it makes a little more sense because those games are kind of meant to be sequels to Ocarina in different ways. And Majora's Mask. But even Majora's Mask is not really... Uh-oh, it's the witch. Maple, right? Hello. Ooh. Hey, I'm walking here. Maple's definitely the most Jersey of all the Zelda characters. Just for the record. Yeah, I care less about the chronological timeline. I want to know who is from Jersey and who isn't. Tingle is definitely from Jersey. But so is Midna. Balances out. Midna just has an East Coast energy, you know? Nice. I keep thinking B is to cancel out of this, and then it's to set an item, and that throws me off every time. Alright, so B for the sword, then A for the shield. Zant grew up in Jersey, but moved to the Pacific Northwest. Yeah, Zant moved to Portland, like, well into his adult years, and says he's a West Coaster. Level 2 Wing Dungeon. Yeah, so I imagine this is, Ooh, I like the music. This is a Rock Feather dungeon. 1 second, my contacts are bothering me. Kind of eerie that I have to address my contacts when all these statues are staring at me. For those in chat who wear disposable contacts, do you find that, like, you always run out well before you're supposed to? Like, whenever I get a 6-month supply, I end up having to, like, send an email like, hey, like a few months in. They just never last that long in my experience. But I don't know if I'm being a little frivolous with them. Okay, secret seeds. Good defense is the best offense against spikes. What? I'm gonna waste a secret seed on that? Here's my question, though. When I get these fun facts from the owls. Do those manifest into something? Are these secrets? So that when I go to Thero's store, there's like stuff there? Because if so, then yeah, tell me whatever, and I'll then get the stuff. Yeah, it might just be me. I have sensitive eyes, I guess. I've actually been wearing glasses more. Oh god, what's happening? Leave me alone. Okay, so we got a locked door on the right, and we just opened the left door. Do 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 do. Not sure what the puzzle is here. Oops. Can I reset that? Okay, so when we push that there, it lights up. Do we need it to be red when it lands there? So this will be red, blue. It's going to be blue again. Okay, pushing it up and down doesn't really matter because it's white on both sides. Okay, so blue, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue. Blue, red, blue, red, blue, red. Haha! I don't know this is the solution, but I'm gonna try it. It was. Wow. I feel smart. So what? I'm obsessed with these snakes. Ugh. Nice try, Gex. Okay, we got some... I really liked the minecart dungeon in Minish Cap. There was a lot of fun animation with that. Uh-oh. I really don't like these things. These things are like dirty contact lenses to me. Ew. Ugh. Alright, I'm gonna save. I love the blocking sound effect. Come on. Whatever. I think I do have to beat him though. How do I do this? Ugh. We know that offense... Wait, what was it? Offense is the best defense against spikes. We do know that. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. have to say, I think the dungeon, and maybe it's just because it's Game Boy Color. God, the dungeon music is a little repetitive in these games. They're short enough that it's not an issue, but oh god, this again. Okay, blue, red, blue, red, blue, red. Got it. I hate this room. Ew. Alright. No, I don't want to do this all again. Can I use bombs against these guys? Oh my god. That was a mess. Oh man. Alright. Let me actually take a second. How's everyone doing? I just took another sip of coffee. I think we're gonna be okay. Da 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 da. I gotta hear it one more time though. I know I mocked it earlier, but I gotta know. What is the best defense? Good defense is the best offense against spikes. Got it. So he's foreshadowing the blocking the spike guys. Wah. Wahoo. A good defense is the best offense against. A good defense is the best offense. I don't want to die again. Can you cool it with... This is supposed to be the puzzle-centric one. How hard is it to pull away from Baldur's Gate 3 to play the Oracle games? Asking for... Honestly, I could really use a break. I love Baldur's Gate 3. But I do need a bit of a break. I'm on Act 3. Hold on. Blue, red, blue, red, blue, red. Okay, it's gotta go back one. I think this works. There we go. Yeah, I needed a break. I'm in Act 3 on my main character, my Dragonborn monk, Lester. Who I love dearly. So I'm like I'm at the big city without saying too much. And it's still great. Like I did actually play a little bit more. But please drop a heart. I don't want to die again. I really just want to get to the meat of this dungeon, which is not fighting two pigmen with swords. Oh my god. Can't believe they animated that heart falling down. No! I hate this. Okay. Alright, I need to pause it. My heart can't take this anymore. But yeah, I love it, but I mentioned this on the show, but once you get to Act 3, the game struggles a little bit more on Steam Deck. I'm noticing like I'm pretty easy to please with performance, but it's definitely getting a lot of texture pop in and like things loading a second or two later and just sort of like really chugs when there's like a lot of characters on the map. Because of course in Baldur's Gate 3, like even NPCs just walking by all have like 8 different internal systems going on and like dice rolls happening. So I really want to wait for the PS5 release to play more of that. But I did make another character. I made a gnome sorcerer who I've just been messing around with. Because I made him in a multiplayer session with a friend of mine, and I liked him so much I made him again for a single player campaign. And I'm still like in the early hours of that, but it's been even just messing around like the first couple areas of the new character. I'm seeing how much I totally missed the first time, and also just like what could happen differently. Even playing like a relatively similar character, like both my characters I would say are like good characters. I don't know if I ever would have the heart to be evil, but I think this sorcerer will probably be a little bit more pragmatic. Lester's very much like a good-hearted folk hero, and I think this guy is a little bit more realistic, but still tries to do good. But I think he'll probably dabble with some of the powers that Lester is not touching at all. So that's exciting. But yeah, it's I couldn't like last night I was really like forcing myself not to play, but then when I did play a little bit, I found actually that I was like, you know what, I actually do want a break. It's not even like I think I need one. I do want to pace it out a bit. And Act 3, for those who... Oh my god. Why is this so hard? Oh my god, Jesus. Alright. Act 3 is a pretty realistic stopping point, I would say. Sort of like the halfway point of the story. Although maybe even further than that, it feels like things are really kind of coming to a head. No! Stop! I just want to play the game! Oh my god. Alright. This is a brutal dungeon. I don't know why it's... Oh, there's a bombable wall there. Oh my god, just put it down. No, I'm not losing hearts to your question. I'm losing hearts because I'm not good at this game. Dungeon map, hell yeah. But yeah, I am in love with Baldur's Gate 3. It's like kind of all I can think about. Even taking a break, like I feel like I'm just constantly talking to friends about it or like reading about it. All right, no, I don't want to die there. Oh, we could use the key I just got at the beginning and go right. Let's do that. I don't want to go back into the dirty contact room. Okay, but... Aha. There we go. I just remember playing the early access and being like, just kind of knowing like this game is gonna be absolutely huge when they finish making it. Can I just? Was Capcom so determined to prevent shit chat in Oracle of Ages? Did they really need this to be like you can't do anything else? Otherwise, you have to start over. The wing dungeon. Let's try again. Do I still have the key? Okay, so actually this isn't that bad because we're kind of where we needed to be. No, please stop. Oh my god, there's so many Gexes. Eat shit. But yeah, I just remember playing that game, like, I played it, like, for a good amount of time in early access, but it was, like, really unfinished. I mean, obviously... Okay, man. You really gotta be on your toes in this. No! No more! This is the puzzle-centric one! What happened to that? What happened to the mission of this game? If I wanted this, I should play Seasons. That's cool. I can still swing my sword. This definitely is going to be where I get the rock feather, isn't it? I love these little side-scrolling sections. But yeah, even in its very unfinished state, I felt like when this is done, it's going to be, like, incredible. Just, can you just die? Like, what is... Can you get out of my life? Please? Thank you. It reminds me a lot of my friends who played Hades in Early Access, and they were just like, when this game comes out, it's going to be unbelievable. Oh, no. Okay, I have to bait it to... Oh, I guess I'm overthinking this. I can just... Take no chances. Nice try. Nice try. Nice try. Oh my god, there's so many. I got a key. Great. I can't believe this isn't where you get the rock feather. It feels like it's the perfect area to, like, have a jump. Oh well. Alright, so we have another key. Nice try. Interesting. Oh, do I need the power bracelet for this? It's weird. Is this only for... Can I only get out of here from the other way? Oh, there we go. Nice try. Wait, hold on. Ooh. I know sort of how to deal with it. I guess spin attack maybe? Yeah, but you still like... It's very hard to deal with those guys. Oh my god, come over here. I'm excited to ride this minecart. Oh! This is actually thrilling. Alright. Mini boss. Ooh. One with no wings is no match for me. Okay. I love creatures who have wings for ears. Ew. What's the Oh, that's a pit. Oh my god. So matter of fact. This is a horror dungeon. Like, at first I thought I just wasn't good, but this is, like, pretty brutal. Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna equip my shields. A friend of mine informed me that this year it has been 12 years since Skyrim came out. and it was 12 years before Arena. It was 12 years between Arena and Oblivion. Wow. 12 years in Skyrim makes me feel very old. Oh my god. I like blink and I've lost everything. You know what it is? There's like no there's like no brief invulnerability after you get hit, so you just like lose hearts real fast. Alright, we're gonna get our shield out. No! Okay. To be clear, I love Oracle of Ages. I'm having a good time. But this is a tough dungeon. Alright, don't fall. So I'm wondering how exactly to beat the mini boss. They fly around. How did we get in here last time? No! Don't put me right next to the snake. Brutal. Was it down here? It was just that. Okay. Oh, these guys again. I'm just gonna run past them. Leave me alone. I don't want to fight you. Oh my god, look at that. You just lose hearts real fast. Please drop hearts. Please, just one. Alright. I do have 100 rubies, which is cool. Two hearts against the boss. Not great. I want to catch up on chat. A friend of mine informed me that it's been 12 years since Skyrim came out, which makes me seriously question whether I'll be alive for when Elder Scrolls 7 is. Or actually, it's Elder Scrolls 6. Because Skyrim was 5. Yeah, I don't like... I have zero expectations for, like, the idea of an Elder Scrolls 6 is still way too distant for me to even think about. I'm not sure what to do here. I guess just have it keep hitting the ground. And then attack. Seems to be working. Yeah, I remember distinctly when Skyrim came out. So I was in college, and I was the first amongst my housemates to get it, and it quickly took over like everything. It really like the games that have kind of caught on in that way, that become like all of a sudden everyone is playing them, despite like their usual interest in that genre. It feels like Elden Ring and Skyrim and Baldur's Gate 3 are kind of all in a similar place. I really don't want to fight this guy again. Can you just Oh my god. Why is this so hard? Alright. Yeah, I mean, even though I remember distinctly when Skyrim came out, it also kind of feels like I can't remember it not be... It's become such a staple. Like... It's like Doom, you know, just like having Skyrim on every device is just like a given. Get my shield out real quick. So in some ways it has felt like 12 years. Okay, why is it not? Oh my god. You put me right next to the snake again. This is really frustrating, I'm not gonna lie. Why does it... I guess enemies can't be near it? Please just let me go fight the mini-boss, thank you. This is weirdly, like, all the top-down Zeldas kind of have, like, more intimidating dungeons in this way. Like, I feel like I don't really worry about health or, like, my survivability in a lot of the 3D games the same way I do with the top-down ones. Like, that was terrifying. The parade of snakes. I'm really unsure, like... I'm really curious how Starfield's gonna do. Like... That's, you know, especially post Baldur's Gate 3, like... It just feels like kind of a bad time for that game to come out. I mean, we'll see. I think it's a different enough experience, but I'm just worried. I think, like... Even more than Baldur's Gate 3, I just feel like the idea of like an open world fantasy or sci-fi game has changed so much, even in the last couple years, like between Elden Ring and Tears of the Kingdom and Baldur's Gate 3 all coming out in the last like year and a half. I'm hopeful that Bethesda can really show like how much they've grown as a studio with Starfield, but I also can see it feeling like a dated relic of design. You know, if it is just more of the same. That being said, like I like how there's this stressful music in the background as I talk about the future of Bethesda. Skyrim I play every year. Like I always go back to it. I think that game is incredible. I know it feels like a lot of the attitude about Skyrim is kind of like cooled on it a lot over the last few years. Like some people say like, oh, I only play it with mods or whatever. And mods definitely help, I think, keep that game's appeal alive. But I don't know. I think it's an incredible game. I think it's just like such a known commodity. It's kind of easy to take for granted. But yeah, I'm hoping that Starfield can be kind of a comeback for them. But I'm not as optimistic as Brendan is. I think Brendan is more optimistic for that game than myself. But I want to be optimistic for it. Thank God. Save and continue. And we'll see soon enough. I mean, it comes out pretty soon. So. They just silently throw spears. Oh my god. The thing is, I don't expect Starfield to be at all like Baldur's Gate 3, nor should it. I think they just need to figure out, like, what is it that Bethesda does the best? Like, what is their stamp on a game? Because I think that one of the biggest issues I had with Fallout 4, a game I otherwise liked. Oh, stop! I want to chat. I'm just here to relax, you know? Fallout 4 to me had a pretty big identity crisis. You know, that's not a hot take. I feel like it was part Borderlands, it was part Fallout New Vegas, it was part Minecraft, it was part like kind of a BioWare game, and none of that really came together. And I hope for Starfield they kind of figure out like what is the core experience, you know? It's hard really to put into words like what it is I like so much about Skyrim and Oblivion. Like we've talked about them a lot, and I have a general idea. Like I do think both games are like a really lovely middle ground between like more obtuse CRPGs and sort of like more streamlined AAA games. Here it is. Like I think Skyrim was kind of this like perfect middle ground. So that way it appealed to people who maybe would have normally not gotten that type of game, but also appealed to people like me who loved Oblivion and were looking for that kind of hardcore RPG experience. My biggest thing with Starfield is I don't love the like aesthetic of it. Like it looks nice, but I'm not like the sort of flavor of it I am unclear on. Currently, that could change like when I actually play it. 30 rubies. Nice. We have a lot of money, which is cool. I'm glad you don't lose your money when you die. I feel like that era in like 2015, a ton of games were going through their identity crisis, hoping Bethesda can find what made those games so good in the first place. Yeah, I think so. I think it's a great point, and I feel the same way. I think they know. Like, I think they recognize that like Elder Scrolls Blades was not a well-liked game. And even Fallout 4, I think, well, it's not a bad game by any stretch. I think it's pretty universally considered, like, it does not do what Fallout normally does well. You know, like, that game, I think, plays really well. And, you know, they sanded some edges off, but as a role-playing experience, it's one of the few games that I put a lot of time into, and, like, regretted that. Like I remember playing Fallout 4 and like I think I put at least like 30 hours into it. I'm wondering if I can reach this ledge. I don't know if I can. I'm gonna try it anyway. I put like 30 hours into Fallout 4 and I just remember like constantly being like, yeah, but that's not it, right? Like there's gotta be more than just like these 3 sets of bad guys, right? And then there wasn't. Alright, I don't think I can make it. It's okay. I think... Can I jump? Oh... Can I push that? Did I already mess this up? Let's try something. I think I'm supposed to push that onto... Oh my god. Okay, definitely not. Let's actually throw some mystery seeds on this owl. I don't remember what it said, if it did say anything. With the blue wing, soar over the colored heights. Do I have to jump over the... Can I do that? Can I jump over this red thing? No. I guess just jump over this, right? but that didn't do anything. I have to do it multiple times. Maybe. Let's try. Gotta restock on bat hearts. Yeah, at least we got the shortcut. And it also saves our progress, which is great. We can try out this other room. There is like a weird, slightly delayed. There we go. Oh yeah, it is multiple times. Oh, there's like a... Come on! There's like a jet show happening this weekend. I totally forgot about that. Sorry if you hear like randomly very loud jets. That happened when we were recording once. I'm gonna die here, aren't I? Please just drop a heart. Anybody? Oh my god. Bum 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 bum. Well, now we know. I'm actually gonna go back to where we were. Oh, do we have to make it match this? There we go. Nice. I see, so we have to do all that first. Actually, let's take care of what's downstairs before we do this minecart sequence. Okay, I think that's just a room full of bad guys. Can I not get out of here? Ugh. It's I really promise you it's trickier to do than it looks. Not to make excuses, but you know. Come on. Oh my god. Oh, that was so close. Please drop a heart. Please. Of course not. Oh, that was so close. Can I? Oh, okay. Oh, that was a heart, but it was an ember seed. Alright, new area? Looks like it. Oh no. I do want what's in that treasure chest, though. A gacha seed. Oh, that must grow into a gacha tree. That's fun. Okay. Hearts, please. Thank you. Oh my god, I thought it was for you, the beeping. No! No! Come on. Oh no. Oh man, this is brutal. It's a brutal video game. Oracle of Ages. That was close. There's a little bit of like a magnet pull to the pits. Oh shit. I gotta I probably should have saved the jar. That means that they're all gonna respawn. No. Alright, don't break all the jars. Oh good, they had some mercy. And put this right here. Mm-hmm. Is there a way just to place it? Or can I use a bomb for this? No. I think what I might need to do is I might need to push it instead of picking it up. Yeah, there we go. And then, oh, I see, and I had to jump across. Wow. That's actually, oh, come on. They really pull you in. It's like there's like a magnet. All right. There we go. That was cool. That was a nice little puzzle. Despite the pits. Okay. Alright, please just let me be. Give me like a second. I'm gonna get my shield out. Thank God we bought the shield. You don't have to... You can show up in this dungeon without the shield. Can you imagine? We like impulse bought a shield. It's an optional item in this dungeon. Okay. Let's take care of all the bad guys first. Oh my god. I'm so glad Zelda got rid of that sound. It's like, it really gets to me. Most of my time playing the very first Zelda is just hearing that beeping. So I always have low health in that game. Can we... Okay, we can't do that. Is it this? No. Interesting. I don't know if I know what I'm looking at here. Okay, so we know we can jump over... Oh, there we go. But how does that relate to anything here? Oh, do we have to... I'm gonna actually temporarily put my sword away. Just in case we need the power bracelet for this. Okay. I have no idea what this means. Oh, okay, so this is like... There's definitely a connection between this shape here and the statues on the left, but I'm not able to move any of them. The only thing I can do is change this. Is there anything above other than this weird skull? No. This is so bizarre. Maybe bombs? Will bombs do it? I don't know if we needed another item because we already got the rock feather. I have no idea. Oh, wait a minute. Does this change which ones we can move? Is that what's happening? Like, if it's blue, I can move the blue ones? Chat, do you have any idea? This is... I completely am stumped by that. I have no idea. I'm gonna move on for now. Of course. Alright, well, I don't... Backtracking would be kind of tedious. What the hell is this puzzle? Changing it to yellow and pushing the yellow block. That's kind of what I was... Oh! There we go. Interesting. But I can't pull it. Does it have to be the color of the block I'm pushing? Let's try that. Okay. Okay, I think I have to make them match. That's probably what's happening here. But I can't pull. I gotta restart it. Alright. Well, at least we know now. It is like, again, like I don't want to come off like I'm having a bad time. It's frustrating when like it's really unclear when you can push things sometimes. So I'll be pushing them and they just don't move, and then suddenly they do. Like in this case, I think it is tied to the color, but like I tried that moments ago and it still didn't work. Very weird. Okay, but we're having a good time. These go here. Blue. Okay. Thank you, chat. Appreciate it. This has got to be it, right? Can you imagine if it's not? There we go. Now that I like. Gonna save. Let's get our sword back out. Sword and shields. Please. No. I just solved the cool puzzle. I don't want to do it again. I really don't want to do that one again. And this is the boss key room. Okay, so... Not yet. Oh my god. Get me out of here. Okay. Oh. To the right. Oh my god. Leave me alone. This doesn't need to be here. Like we don't need this guy roaming around. I just need some hearts. This isn't it. It's time to go back to Baldur's Gate. Yeah. Although there are some puzzles in that game. Like, it's weird when randomly there are puzzles in Baldur's Gate 3. Like, everything is solved through your skills and your own, like, inherent curiosity. And then every now and then it's like, no, there's like an actual puzzle here now. Okay. So I think we need a key to get to that room. So we need to go below again. I have to say, like, I think the way it saves progress and stuff is really nice. Like, it is nice that we don't lose progress. Okay, so we should... I guess what we have to do is we have to go down, but from up there. Oh, I see. Alright, give me 1 second. Readjusting my posture. So much for posture. All right, keep going right, I guess. Oh my god. Ooh, Dragon Quest 11S Echoes of Elusive Age. My friends are playing great games today. I saw Persona 4 Golden a moment ago. Come on. I have to say, and I don't want to come off super negative on this adventure, on this part of the adventure, but shouldn't that have opened it? I was gonna say, it feels like a weird way to use the jumping power to like just change color like this. Do we have to move these? I don't know. Oh, but we can go down and to the right. Aha. Oh, this is this room. Okay. Okay, good to know. We can deflect those arrows with our sword. I think we have to make it red. There we go. Like, this to me is more what you use the Rock's Feather for, is like actual platforming, as opposed to like jumping over switches a few times. Hey, every Zelda game has a slightly weaker dungeon. I wouldn't even say this is a weak dungeon, it's just a little bit... It's a little tedious. I think I liked the first dungeon a lot more. Okay, so we gotta change this. There we go. we're back here. Wait a minute, is there anything in this room? Oh, to our right there's a chest. Thank God for the map. Ah, classic. Bummable wall. Alright. We're doing great. There we go. Ugh. I'm hardened by all our loss. Found a small key. Great. Okay, so this is the key that will lead us to the room that the boss key is in. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Cool. Exciting. Whoa, 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 whoa. So chat, is everyone playing Baldur's Gate? Come on. Just let me make small talk with my friends and register when I push jump. Thank you. The sound effect of an item falling down a pit is genuinely very funny. But yeah, what's everyone playing these days? Doesn't have to be Baldur's Gate. No, it's not it. It's not it. Does this puzzle also open the door on the left? It does. This dungeon feels like the Underdark, for sure. A bar that's made it to the Underdark, and a fighter that's made it to the Tiefling Druid Grove. Nice. What class? Oh, Tiefling Druid. Is your Tiefling a Druid? Please don't kill me. Actually, dying might be a faster way to get back, but I'd rather not. Yeah. Whatever. Actually, let me throw some jars to get some more hearts. I'm to the point where my Steam Deck is just idle by my work laptop when I catch a few. That's awesome. Yeah, I have friends who are bringing their Steam Deck to work just to play during lunch. Excuse me. I would be nervous bringing that game to work, just given like how quickly time passes in it. But it is so hard to put down. And I find when I'm finally like, oh, I have to do this again. Come on. I was gonna say, when I finally am able to take a break, I feel like all I do is see people talking about it, and then I want to play it again. Okay, I think we're pretty close now to where we need to be. Oh no, this room again. Oh god, I have to do the whole thing again? That is annoying. Like, actually. At least in this room, the enemies don't respawn. damn it. I gotta do it over again. Oh, I don't have the rock feather equipped. That was on me. That time was on me. Okay. This thing is making me nervous. Just get out of my life. There we go. No, 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 no! So tense. Oh my god. What? Oh, do I have to... Oh no. This is a nightmare. Do I have to jump all over this stuff? There we go. Thank you. Small mercy. Use the rewind function. I wish. That was actually pretty cool. That was a very clever room. I just wish the, you know, at this point in Zelda, every Zelda dungeon is built around a central mechanic. And I just think jumping on the Game Boy Color in this plane is not, it's not fully there yet, you know? So this is one of the weaker dungeons in this game, I would guess. Come on, just let me just live my life. I'm just doing my best. Please don't kill me. I will end this stream and go outside. Okay. Oh my god. All right. Those dirty contact lenses are like the bane of my existence. Slimes are cute in Dragon Quest, and they become much more menaces here, where they can change colors. Yeah. No, I think you can. If you hit the shoulder button at the same time, you can rewind a few frames. Oh, that's true. I thought you meant like the Tears of the Kingdom rewind. What do you got for me this time? The red face fears smoke. Okay. Do I have to use my bombs? Is that what they mean? Uh-oh. Okay. Let me get a whole scope of what's going on here. Oh, it is dropping bombs. So maybe I have to wait until it's... I'm guessing I have to throw bombs like in the top of it. When it's red. I guess I don't really have a choice in the matter. Ah, a heart, nice. Okay, so I guess I have to throw bombs into the top. I don't know if I need to hit it with my sword or if I even can. Oh shit. Damn it. I'm just gonna wait up here. I wonder if it lands on anyone else, if it still does damage. What? Oh, do I have to time it specifically? But that's a lot. Okay, it's purple's right before red, so oops, damn it, I hit the wrong button. I don't know if I'm overthinking this or if this is like especially hard. Or is it just is it like a luck of the draw thing? What I'm wondering is if I can throw bombs from here and not even have to worry about the timing of... No, it doesn't look like it. Man, this is brutal. Actually, maybe it'd be better if I go on the other side. You can throw them from the top ladder without using... If I remember correctly. It takes damage from any color, whichever one it lands just determines what it attacks. Oh, that's good. Alright, so we don't have to worry too much about that. Yeah, we can... It's a little tricky, but we can make it. Oh. Alright, we'll try to do red. Honestly, blue is fine. Oh, shit. No, it's not. God, no! Oh, no. So I have to do all those puzzles again just to get to the room. Oh, my God. Let's see. Probably not, Rex. We already have the key, so... Oh, boy. We have to do this again at least. And I only have 2 bombs. God damn it. Alright, I'm gonna try again, but if that doesn't work... we'll see. We'll play it by ear. wonderful. Thanks for hanging in here with me, chat. I won't let you down. We can do this. In this room again. Oh boy. Oh good, at least we got some bombs. Alright, let's take care of the enemies first. No, please, please, please. Oh my god, what is this thing? Oh right, it's in the air. No! Come on! This is brutal. I just wanted to have a good time, you know? Oh, this would be fun. Okay, alright. Enough feeling sorry for myself. We've got to do 8 million things before we can even try to fight the boss again. And we're going to do them. I recently made a list of my favorite Zelda games, and I put the Oracle games above Majora's Mask, which I kind of felt was a hot take. I'm like, I really like these games. I think they're like really overloaded, and I still feel that way. I'm reordering them as soon as we're done here. For this dungeon, even if the rest of the game is like incredible, this dungeon alone has really done a lot of psychic damage to me. And oh, that's good. At least the minecart destroys them. I'm excited to be past them. I'm excited to see what's ahead of us. Focus on the future for once. We are in the past, so we are, you know, dwelling inherently. All right. I see a spear coming my way. I'm gonna block. There we go. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. No. The magnets of the pits is really... That is the secret ingredient of this hell that I found myself in. Oh my god, the things are in the air. Just get out of my life. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye bye. I will say, Minish Cap, one of my favorites. I love Minish Cap. Similar, I don't know if it's the same team, but Capcom also made Minish Cap, or helped develop Minish Cap, and it's excellent. I still love these games, to be clear. I'm just a little frustrated. All right. Oh god, I just... Thank you. Okay, go up and then to the right. Okay, this is just Dirty Contact Len's room. Alright. Get the bats out of the way. Oh, no, fuck. Losing half my health here is not good. Okay, at least they have the courtesy to put some jars in this final room. Maybe one of them will have some hearts. Oh, please. Thank you. And some bombs. All right, we're cooking with gas. We're doing great. So we need bombs and we need the rock feather. I'm gonna do that. So A is jump and B is bombs. All right, let's do this. Enough negativity. I'm sick of the negativity. Whatever fate has in store, I will accept it wholeheartedly. Purple. That's the hellfire. I think that was also purple, so we're gonna prep. Oh, come on! I'm actually impressed. That was too good. Alright, that was green. I don't know what green does, but I'm scared. Oh, green's pretty... Green is honestly one of the tamer ones. Purple is the one that's like impossible to dodge. Purple and blue. That was green too, I think. Are you sure, chat, that it's taking damage no matter what? I'm a little bit worried it might just be red. Oh shit, nope. Oh, thank God. I don't even know what that one was. That was green as well. Yeah, like I'm pretty nervous it's actually not taking damage. I'm waiting for some more bombs to drop. There's a bomb. I think that was also green. But there's no visual indication that it's taking damage, so I'm just nervous it actually has to be red. That was blue, I think. Alright, that was definitely red. I think it might have to be red. Yeah, because that's the only... It's the only face that looks like damage is being done. It has to be red, I think. Oh my god, that's brutal. Alright, let me get the bomb power up. I'm actually gonna get that too while it's there. They're not super common. I think that was green. Yeah, damn it. This is so hard. Remember when the game was like, this is the puzzle one? Alright, do I have to like... When do I throw it? Is it... Oh, that was blue. I'm trying to get the timing down, and it's... Dude, that was blue. Blue's not good. Blue's maybe... Actually, no, purple's the worst. Purple is like a guaranteed hit to do damage. I'm guessing I pull out the bomb at blue. So it's before blue, green. This is way too hard for, like, the second dungeon of Oracle of Ages. Alright, let me get those bombs. IGN says to do this. Begin your throwing motion just as the face is turning from blue to purple. Okay. I was trapped in the ladder there. Gonna wait for all this to go away. Actually, gonna get those bombs. There we go. This has all the makings of a boss that I would stop at forever as a kid. You know? Like, I can just feel that so strongly. Okay. Yep, that was green. Sorry. No damage. Joke's on you. Green is the worst one. Oh, did you get hit by it, though? Blue to purple. Gonna get those bombs though. That was definitely red. More? Oh, it's going a little faster. It's alright. I don't even know what that one was. I don't think that was red, though. I didn't see it even going in. It's blue. Shit. What? Where did those come from? We only have a max of 10. Oh, that was blue too. Shit. Okay, that one was tamer for some reason. Oh my god. If I died from that, I would have screamed. Please be red. Please just be red. Yes. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Can you imagine? if I died from the boss falling on me dead. Understands. Oh my god. Oh yeah. Christmas tree. You got the ancient wood, an essence of time. It whispers only truth to closed ears from out of the stillness. I'm so happy we did it. If I died there, I think I would have just stopped this entire playthrough. Oh wow. Wow, what's going on here? Link, I sense an essence of time on the South Seas. Crescent Island. We did it. Wow, I'm so happy. I still love this game. I hope I didn't come off too negative here. Honestly, though, that dungeon was incredibly frustrating. I really... At first, I was like, oh, I'm probably just, like, not playing well, but that boss was not fun at all. So here's what I'm thinking. I definitely want to stream this again, and I imagine it will pick up. Because I would love to do a whole playthrough. I think that'd be a lot of fun. And I do really still love these games, but we'll see how the next one goes and kind of go from there. But thank you so much for watching. If you're with me live and if you're watching on YouTube, thank you as well. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.